Hey, this is Mama Mila from Miracle Mama TV, and it is For the Soul Sundays. And today we are going to be talking about Black women's strength, the way that it's a blessing and a curse, and we are also going to be talking about my NICU experience, the good, bad, and the ugly, everything that I forgot to tell you guys the first time around. So, I'm going to wait for people to log on. Little update on my life. It is Sunday, and it's cold, and it got cold like yesterday, literally like yesterday. So right now, I'm trying to figure out, exactly where I need to go to get my baby some winter clothes because it got cold like last night. You feel me? I think no, I don't want quiet mode. Sorry, I'm a little bit, I can't see who's on. Alright, hey everybody. I can't see who's logging on Facebook because, hey Kalika, I can't see who's logging on Facebook because something's wrong with my phone. So let me get my life together. It says swipe left. So left is like, I never really know with these phones, bro. Swipe left. Swipe left. Swipe left to reveal. Okay. Hey. Alright. I'm going to try to get my life together eventually, and we're going to talk about this. So, I want everybody who is logging on, there we go, okay. Alright, so I want everybody to start typing in your comments about Black women's strength, how it's a blessing and a curse, and also, if you are a preemie mom, your preemie NICU experience, and we are going to get started very, very soon. I am really hoping that, everything that I've been manifesting is going to come true. Because you know what? I just got, you know what? And Abby's watching. Honey, listen, I say my money affirmations all the time. And I pay my tithes and offering. Why? Because we serve a great God. And everything that I've been praying for. You know, I do. This is what I want everybody to do. If y'all don't do this already. If y'all have something that y'all need taken care of. Something that y'all need paid. Something that y'all need whatever. Write it down on a sticky note. And put it up somewhere. Like, just put it up somewhere. And every time you pass that sticky note, every time you pass that piece of paper that you know is there and you know what's written on it, just point at it and say, God will provide. And he will provide. Like, he will provide it. It won't be something that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it won't come through. Like, eventually, it might not be on your time. But, like, listen, I'm a testimony and I ain't gonna tell, you know what I'm saying, all my people's business, but just know, like, listen, I've been praying on something, and for somebody to call me and be like, oh, how are you gonna do that? How are you gonna handle that? How are you gonna? And I'm like, listen, I was praying on a miracle, to be for real. I was praying on a miracle. And they say, oh, well, the miracle happened. Like, it ain't nothing like that. It ain't nothing. I'm trying to tell you. So if y'all want a little feeling of what I'm feeling, y'all need to come to my church, because you're only gonna get it either by watching or whatever. Like, no matter what spiritual realm you're going down, they have the keys and they're going to apply it to your life in the ways that you need to do it. Even if you just manifest, it is there for you. Affirm it in your life and be intentional about what you want done in your life. So I'm going to lead that into my my spiritual, I guess, recap for church today. We talked about y'all know I was late, so I don't really know. I go to Household of Faith, Kalika. She's asking on Instagram. I go there because it basically is a church, and that's, the slogan is they teach the word and love the people. So they literally will take a Bible verse that's taught something completely different in another church and flip it into something that's, hey, that is real and right now, and say it in a way that you can understand. And it's just like, you can't deny no matter what spiritual walk you're on, you can't deny what they're saying. And I love going there. So what they were talking about today, like I said, I was late, so I got in on the night and the morning part. So if y'all go back and watch it, y'all know what the night and the morning is. But she was basically saying, like, you know, in the Bible verse, they were talking about how I think it was Silas and Paul, Silas and somebody, they were in jail. And so it was like they, instead of being in jail, being sad about the situation, they're like, no, we're going to praise God because we going through this and we're going through that, but I'm going to praise God. So we're going to do that. So they praised God. With them praising God, everybody else in the jail got released when they got released. So everything that they did praising God, that blessed everybody around them. So that really tapped into me because literally, like, my passion, I tell everybody all the time, my purpose is I want to help people. Like, no matter if I help one person, 1 million people, I want to help people. So if I can do that, I'll be fine. So to walk in somewhere and for somebody to tell me like, yo, your way to bless other people is to praise God. You praise God and you do what you're doing. As he's blessing you, he's going to bless everybody around you. So you don't got to work so hard trying to do it. You don't do it by yourself. You let God do it. You worship God for what he's doing for you. And he's going to do it for everybody that's around you. So everybody that's around me, just now, we about to get blessed. We about to be blessed. Okay. So on to the topic for the day. I'm talking about Black Mama Strength today. And listen, y'all, Portia got a walker. She was pointed to me. Now she's like pointed that way. And she's kind of mad. I only left her with one sock. Hey, I left her with one sock so she can like, but she doing what I want her to do, like spin in a circle. Anyway, so I really want us to talk about just the stigma on Black women's strength. I know everybody has seen the video of Serena Williams and her talking about her pulmonary aneurysm that she had right before she had her daughter. And I really identify with that because the doctor was saying basically that they don't believe Black women when they come in and they say they have a problem. And all of that for me is very, I don't know, it's very upsetting for me to hear a doctor, educated doctor, say that. Because at the same time of anybody, and I'm inviting people, sorry, I'm trying to multitask. I'm going to add a few people that I really want to chime in on this. But yes, I'm trying my best to open up more about my life. So going into that situation, watching that video, like people talk about trigger warnings, that was like a trigger warning for me. For a doctor to say like, we don't believe y'all because we think y'all are like super duper strong. That is all stemmed back to slavery and people thinking that Black women are just superheroes. Like we can work in the fields, we can do everything that men can do, and we can bear the babies, and we can do it all, and we can do it all. You know what I mean? And then there's also the video of Dr. Umar Johnson going around that's saying, well, that started in the 70s. Women didn't think that they could do it by themselves until the government said, you can't have your husband live in your house. You can't have your child's father live in your house and blah, 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 blah. And yes, that might be true to an extent. That is like something I believe is, a systematic strategy. But at the same time, it's like, how can you overlook the fact that this all kind of stems from everybody feeling like we can do it by ourselves? You know what I'm saying? Like if the government is systematically did this, and this is what people agree with, then they clearly have always felt like, they'll be all right. They don't need their man because we've been ripping them away from their men from way back. So we know they can do it by themselves. So when it stems from slavery and it's something that's been happening over generations, and then you get to modern day and it spills into healthcare, it's just very scary because we're losing our sisters. We're losing our sisters to childbirth. We're losing our sisters to heart attack, strokes, from birth control, young women. And to be so closely affected by that, from one of my best friends being affected by that, is very hurtful because I've been on Twitter and I'll scroll through things and people will be like, yo, go get MRIs every year. Go do this. Stop taking birth control because my friend just died and she's 25 and she died because a blood clot was there. And I know my friend just dealt with that and I could have lost my friend. It's just crazy to cringe and think, I was right there with Britt. I was right there on the end of the phone like, girl, like, what's up with this headache you've been having for 2 months? Where are you talking to somebody? Are you calling? Are you checking? Like, She's like, no, I've been to the hospital. So if you haven't watched her video, please, 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 if you can, like, go to her Facebook. Her name is Brittany Saunders. Go to her Facebook. I've shared it on mine. Go watch and listen as she talks about her experience. And I think it's on my YouTube when she got on with me. And her talking about her experience taking the birth control and having the blood clots and going through that, because she literally almost died. And all of that is the same situation when it comes to Serena being such a public figure, and they think that she is, and Bray, I just got finished talking about you. So but it's so crazy because Serena Williams is such a big public figure, and you would think that she would have the closest attention that she could ever have. So being that she doesn't have that is just disgusting to me, because for us in our mind, it's like, yeah, once I step up a tax bracket, they're gonna listen to me. Once I step up in life, they're gonna listen to me. One day they'll listen to me. And for me, it's like, me and my daughter almost died from somebody not listening to me. Because when it came to the preeclampsia and the HELP syndrome and all of that type of stuff, like, I was definitely showing signs early, way early. And I wasn't being listened to. I wasn't, I don't even know if it was a black thing. I don't know if it was a young thing. I don't know what it was. But I just felt like it was really nonchalant. It was really dismissive. It was really, oh, you'll be okay. We'll see you at your appointment. Like, everything was really like a shrug off. And I feel like that's what a lot of women deal with. And they go through that situation and they just stomach it and they don't say anything. And they're just like, you know what, whatever. Next time I'll find a better doctor. Or what? But what if it's no next time? So what do we do? So I want everybody to take the time, if you have not already, and some people haven't already, chime in. If you have a personal experience where you felt like you weren't listened to a doctor, or you felt like they were you felt directly affected by the blessing and curse of having Black woman strength. I definitely feel like in the workplace, it's very negative when it comes to situations like, I was just talking to Kai about this. Jobs do not, and workplaces. I'm trying to say jobs and workplaces at the same time. I'm sorry. Workplaces do not respect the fact that you have kids, almost ever. And that's mainly because, just like anybody says, like, enjoy your life. Because if they wake up tomorrow and say, oh, Jamila died, so we need a replacement, they're going to replace me. So, my experience was in Panera Bread. I worked for them for many, many years. And to go and be told, like, oh, where's her dad at? Her dad can't watch her. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Did you know that her dad watches her every day? And that I go to school before I come here? And he watches her from 7 o'clock in the morning until probably, closing time? Because I'm here till closing time, regardless of the fact that I got here at 12. It's like I don't see my daughter, and he always has my daughter, but the one day that he can't keep her, it's like, where's her dad? And then you want to be all in my business. Then they want to be all in your business. Like, when you're not married to him, married to your child's father, they want to be all in your business. And then that comes in the Black woman's strength of saying, it's all right because I'm a single mom, and yeah, I got it. And yeah, I'm about to get a babysitter and pay a babysitter to watch my kid because I still got to go to work, and I still got to show this manager that I still got it. And why do we always have to hold that on our shoulders and say, I'm gonna hold that on my shoulders and say whatever and keep it moving? Like, why do we always have to do that to ourselves? Why is that something that Black women have to do? I feel like, no, it's not a Black thing. It's not a Black thing. It's not a brown thing, because, in my mind, Black and brown is the same thing. Hispanics are us. So it's not a Black and brown thing. I do feel like it's a woman thing. But when it comes to a brown woman thing, it's even more specific, because there's never a time where, I say it's the right way. There's never a time where I walk into a place where I have to be there for my child and they assume that I have a husband. Never. They never assume that I have a husband. Do you know how aggravating it was when Portia was born and I didn't have to deal with all them doctors and I didn't have to and then to get into the pediatrician and then be like, oh, so is her father in her life? Why does that matter? Why are you asking me that? If I was a white woman, would you have asked me that? I always have that question, but since I'm not a white woman and I can't go bleach my skin and test it out and see what it's like, I'll never know. And so it's like those type of situations where you sit back and you realize that we're permanently going to be affected. Like that's our bit. When black men sit back and they say, you know, we wake up every day and we're afraid for our lives, and we don't know if when we see those blue lights, if we're gonna walk out of that situation. That's our equivalent of that. I don't know if I'm gonna get pregnant and have the joy of raising my child, because I might die during childbirth because the doctor wasn't listening to me, or I might, you know, be trying to save my motherhood until a later point in my life, or I might have very bad period cramps, or I might have irregular periods and I take birth control. So, you know, but I'm never going to be a mom. I'm never going to achieve my goals. I'm never going to have a career. I'm never going to do any of the things I want to do, because I'm going to die from a blood clot that I didn't know I had, that I might have knew I had if somebody listened to me when I said something was wrong. So it's like, that's our equivalent. If men were ever to come to us and be like, y'all don't understand, like that's our equivalent. That's our mirror to you guys of being afraid to go to the doctor. I don't go to the doctor. I'm scared. I don't want them to tell me some bad news. Every time I go to the doctor, they got bad news. I got good news in my house. Like, I speak good news over my life. Like, you don't got to tell me I got nothing, because I don't feel good. You know what I mean? It's just like, I feel like it's nothing, because I have friends that are doctors, and I don't want them to watch this back and be like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying, what you feel about doctors? Like, no. I respect doctors. I think that it is just, there's certain situations when it comes to even breastfeeding. Like, listen, I'm going to do a spiel, but not today. On just, it's systematic. It's all systematic, and everybody, it's not like we can change it. We can't go out here and stand on the soapbox with a bullhorn and change it. No, but you can change it in your home. You can change it with you. You can change it with your babies. You can feed your babies the right stuff. You can make sure they have the best. You can raise them the right way, and then send them out into the world and hope that they impact somebody else. And if they aren't raised right, they affect that other person and change the way that they think. Like, that's my outlook on it. I'm going to read comments now and shut up. Kalika says, we know our bodies more than anybody else, so I don't feel it's okay for them to say we are fine or not believe us when we say that there is a problem. Black women are strong and we are resilient, but we need care. We need love, just like anyone else does. That's very true. And she says we have to educate ourselves, because they will not educate us. And that is the key. That is the biggest point of everything. They are not going to educate us. We have to educate each other. So if there's any other reason that I went out and became a CLC, it is because of that. They are not informing us of what we need to know, so that we can protect ourselves. So we have to protect each other, protect your sister, protect your fellow man, because it's not going to work if we don't. Okay, so I'm going to Facebook. Scroll. No. Okay. Britt says, now after having a stroke, and this is my friend Brittany that I've been talking about. She says, now after having a stroke, when trying to explain to my providers what's going on, they try to belittle me. And what I'm explaining, like, no, something's wrong. And girl, listen, because I'll be on the other end of the phone like, do I need to come to Texas? Because me and my mama, we just going to get on the plane and come out there and go to the doctor one time and scare everybody. And then they'll stop messing with you. I'm convinced. And, you know, my mom, I want her to start her company. I'm about to put her on blast. I want her to start her company, her patient advocacy company. I want her to be able to do that, because she's like literally the person everybody wants them to come to the hospital with her, because she handles it. It gets handled, okay? She's like Olivia Pope of hospitals. Like, it ain't no funny business when Lanita Bolden is around, okay? So Brittany says, for instance, my headaches, they act like it's not an issue, but I have headaches every day, and my doctors act like it's not. Britt says, you hiring? Yeah, we got multiple locations. We got patient advocacy, Alabama and Texas. But no, I feel like it's something that we don't talk about enough. And yeah, like I was saying, I was talking about that like literally right before you chimed in. So you must have felt me talking about you or something. But those headaches, she used to call me and be like, yeah, I've been having this headache. Like, I went to the hospital the third time I went to the hospital. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, what are they doing? Are they doing MRI? Are they trying to figure out, like, did you go to the neurologist? Like, what's going on? And I'm asking these questions, and she's like, I don't know. Like, they're not telling me anything. They're making it seem like it's nothing. And I'm just like, what's going on? I didn't go to med school, but I feel like I've watched enough ER to know what's going on. Like, and I don't even watch Grey's, y'all. I don't watch Grey's, so I don't even know what be popping on Grey's. So maybe if I watch Grey's, I'll be a little bit better. But I feel like all them childhood years and me watching ER, MRI, if somebody say they got a headache and it's about the second time, I'm like, yeah, I don't think you need more than Excedrin. I think we need to check that out. I don't know. Maybe it's just, I don't know. Between ER and house, you know, you have cancer. Like, see, you got a tick in your chest, and he put a spot on it. So I've been, even the crazy ones, I'll be like, you know what? Let me get on Google. I think I know what you got. I think I know. I'm going to figure it out. I think I know what you got. Me and Web MD going to figure out what you got. So my NICU experience that I wanted to talk about, more pushing towards, as it links to the Black woman's strength. Having my mom there and her patient advocacy was probably the best thing that I ever did, because I literally was brain dead through that entire situation. And I definitely feel like this is something that should be promoted more. This should be talked about more. This should be, come on, girl. You got to walk over here, girl. Come on, girl. Listen, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I got a sidebar. So I told y'all the story of that time that Cayenne saw Lauryn Hill on the screen and she asked if it was me. Ha. So every time we watch a Lauryn Hill video, Portia makes a whole lot of noise and be looking back and forth. So that's what she's doing right now. She's yelling at the TV because she thinks I'm on TV. Do I look like Lauryn Hill for real, y'all? Because I don't ever see it. Do I look like Lauryn Hill? Take a poll. Yes or no? Okay. Anyway. So patient advocacy. I feel like that was the most important thing I ever did, because I don't feel like other women have that support when they're in the NICU. And I asked a few women that I've reached out to get on here, but both of them said they were busy, so it's okay that they're busy. But my friend Tanisha and my friend Vincenta, the both of them went through the NICU experience. Come on, girl. Hold on one second, y'all. Come on, girl. Let's get on the live. Oh, sorry, I got wheels on my chair. So both of them went through the NICU experience. Both of them had I guess like posted about it, and I reached out to them like, hey, you know, if you need somebody to talk to, reach out to me. I'm there. And sometimes you just need somebody that's been there, because you never want to hear from someone who's never been there. You don't want to hear from someone who's never been through that, why I should do this or why I should do that. So I wanted to be that person. I wanted to be there for them and be that ally that could say, no, why aren't they doing this? Why aren't they doing that? Why? Because I have my mama saying, no, why aren't they doing this? Why aren't they doing that? Like, I feel like I turned into a little patient advocate from watching my mom do it. And it's like, how many women don't have somebody there to be like, no, they shouldn't be doing this, they should be doing that. Like, some women don't have that. Think about all the young girls that are 17, 18, have premature babies that don't have anybody that's cheering them on, even about the pregnancy period, about whether they're worried about themselves, worried about their baby, pumping milk. Like, literally, I talk about all the time how, girl, all right now. I talk about all the time how my mom, like, literally, I didn't want to pump. I hated pumping. Like, after, like, maybe, I feel like the postpartum depression hit me probably, well, it hit me instantly. But I feel like it settled in about the 3rd or 4th week when Kai got his. Because we don't talk about that, guys. Oh, yeah, we don't talk about how men get postpartum depression. We don't talk about that. But anyway, so probably like the 3rd or 4th week, it just got real bad. Because I just didn't have, I felt like once he checked out, like, it was just like, I'm going to check out too. Because I just feel, all of this feels insane. Like, my mom used to be like, it's been 2 hours. You got to pump for your baby. You got to pump. Like, and I was like, I don't want to. She was like, it's pump time. Like, and I'll be like, no, like, but who doesn't want to have that person to have you keep pushing when you don't want to push anymore? And like, even when it comes to breastfeeding, like, for people to tell me like, yo, I was about to give up. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for giving me these keys, because I would have been gave up breastfeeding by now. Like, that's what I do it for. Like, I want to be that person for other people. I want to be able to be that person to encourage you to take the better step instead of giving up. So it's like, my mom was that person to be like, no, all right, you go sit over there and coochie with the baby, stick your hand in there and do all of that. I'm going to go talk to the nurse. So if you're a woman that doesn't have that person, like, I'm like going to try to, I don't know, like, listen, I'm taking all of these responsibilities, but I really want to grow to a point where, whether it's my mom's company or we can just build a net or whatever it is, a network of women who get together and we're like, you know what? Let's go to the hospitals and let's go spend time with these ladies and make sure they're all right. So if you're one of those women that's like, you know, I've been through the NICU experience and I want to give back, or I was a preemie and I want to give back, or my brother was a preemie and I watched my mom go through it, and or whatever, I watched my sister go through it. Let's all get together this, like, I guess Thanksgiving, we can do Thanksgiving or Christmas, and let's go to the hospitals. And I'm going to make an event on Facebook, either an event on Facebook or a group within the next couple of days, and I would love to have other companies do it with me, and let's do it. Like, let's go visit these hospitals, because you know what, and let's talk about this, the good about the NICU. The good about the NICU is that I built a sisterhood with multiple women that I still am in connection with today on Facebook. And I know their lives. They know my lives. I feel like I watch to see their kids grow up, you know, and I feel like I watch them be strong, and it helped me be strong. I think also the good things were the people that did do community service for the NICU experience. I feel like that was the best thing that I could have did. I remember the Zetas dropped off a bag one time. I remember another, I think a club at a school dropped off some one time. I have this knitted hat, and I don't know if anybody of y'all remember the little knitted hat Cayenne used to wear when she was in the NICU with the little flower on top. That was a gift. Like, it just came in and they're like, hey, these people left this bag for you. And it's like, those little things really, 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 really made the difference. And it's just like, somebody thought of me. In all this madness and all this crazy world, me and my little baby sitting here at this incubator, somebody thought of me. And I want to be able to, you know, spread that love too. So let's do it. If you're down, I'm down. If I got to go out there by myself, I know my best friends be down. hey cousin. I know me and my best friends be down. So if y'all want to come me and my best friends and be down, we gonna go and try to spread a little love on this holiday season. I just feel like it's something that's not talked about. So the bad, I felt like, you know, you go through the ups and downs, of course, you know, not the sadness. I pretty much already went through that. So if you want to know more about that, you can watch Cayenne's video on my YouTube. I talked about that. But more of the nurses, I feel like it's such a mixture of somebody coming to get a check and somebody who's really there for the babies. I feel like in the beginning, you don't trust nobody with your baby, but you really don't trust them with your baby, because you're going through a situation where they were taken from you, or you go through a situation where they're really sick, or you're really sick, or you can't be there. So it's kind of a situation where you have no choice but to put your baby into these strangers' hands. I had the pleasure of having great people that were like her little favorite specials nurses. They were like literally the best. Like, every time I would go in there, they'd be like, Cassie, she just loves your baby. And, you know, Jenny, she just loves your baby. And Jenny was like the head nurse. And she still was like, I took Cayenne out your body. That's my baby. And like, she was like, no, she did not play about that period. Like, she didn't play about Cayenne. She let me know, because I don't know if she met my mama and she was like, oh no, this grandma don't play. Like, this nanny ain't with it. So let me make sure they're right. Because she used to come to me like, I got you, boo. Anybody got you, I got you. So it's just like, then there's other ones that sit back and they're like scrolling on Facebook. I'm like, my baby just broke out of all her entire CPAP. Like, that's how I learned how to put the CPAP back together, because I went over there and I'm like, I told her it came off. And she's like, okay, I'll be there in a second. And I went over there. She's scrolling, looking at shoes on Shoe Dazzle. This old lady. And I'm like, why you want Shoe Dazzle? And my baby need her CPAP put back together. But y'all telling me that she needs this. You're bugging. You're bugging. You're really bugging, and you want me to bug out in here. That's what you want me to do. You want me to bug. Like, like either you're bugging or you want me to bug. Which one? Because I like, it's an easy button. That was easy. Like, it's an easy button at that point. I was like, somebody give me a reason to smack somebody, because I'm ready to get my baby up out of here. Like, snatch her up out of here. 2 pounds and all. Like, let's go. All of it. The whole baby. We're going to wheel this into the apartment upstairs. I ain't got time. It's just ridiculous. And it's just like, those are the veterans, though. You be thinking those are the ones, like, gonna know what's up. No, it's the newbies. The one that just got out of nursing school. The ones that care. Those are the ones that are, like, really attentive to the baby and really, like, care and really are there for you, because they're passionate. By the time they old and, like, 60-something, about to retire, they scrolling on Shoe Dazzle, okay? Hey, okay, so I talked about you a little bit already. Vincent is on here. She had Tamia, a miracle, and I am like so attached to her. We probably, like, I don't know, we have to get together so that we can, like, finally, like, actually hang out and really meet each other. But I feel like we're, like, best friends essentially from that experience, because I really just reached out to her. I saw that she had her baby early, and I reached out to her, and I was just like, no, I want to be there for her, because I wanted somebody to be there for me. You know, it wasn't like I don't know, it wasn't weird to me. It wasn't anything like that. Like, I wanted somebody to be there for me, so I'm gonna be there for you. I had my mama, but I didn't have a friend. I didn't have somebody that I could really, like, yo, like, this is crazy, so I'm gonna, you know what I mean, like, I'm gonna reach out to this person. So I wanted to be that person for her, even down to, you know, okay, are you staying in the Ronald McDonald house? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? You know, what are they doing with her CPAP machine? What stages is she at? Has she met this milestone? Has she met that milestone? Yay, she did. You know what I mean? It's like, let's celebrate together. Like, your baby is this much closer to coming home. Like, let me clap with you, period. Like, period. So it's like, if you're ever in that situation where you can be that person, even if it's not the NICU experience, let it be anything. There's some women that have PCOS that have never met another woman that had PCOS. If you've ever seen anybody post something, like something, whatever about PCOS, reach out to them and ask them how they're doing. Ask them if they're trying for a baby, and ask them if they're affected. You know, it's hard because we're in this culture of everybody minding their business, but at the same time, we're asking everybody to check on their friends. So let's really do it. Let's check on our friends so we can stop losing our sisters, stop losing our fellow man. Like, we have to connect and, like, be stronger than, I feel like social media and society wants us to be. They want us to be disconnected so that they can mess with our minds later on down the line. And that's what I truly believe. So let's continue to do that and reach out with other women and be there for other women and be genuine. You know, be genuine. If you don't have enough energy for it, know that and recognize that in yourself before you reach out and you try to be that person for someone else. And take care of yourself first too. You know, like, make sure you're healed from it. I had to heal all the way from Cayenne before I reached out to anyone, because there's people who went through it and I couldn't reach out. So it's hard, but I'm glad that you could. She says you definitely helped me with giving me peace of mind. Like, I wanted to be that person for her. I wanted to be like, yo, call me. Like, if you need somebody, call me, because, like, I ain't had nobody to call. I was like, Ma. And sometimes you just, like, being young and going through it, it's like, I'm telling her, like, you know, like, find a friend, like, do this, meet another mom, do this, you know what I mean? Like, giving her advice, even things that I probably should have did, I'm telling her to do. Because sometimes we can, if it's a teachable moment for ourselves, you can help another person. So be that for everybody if you can. Kalika says, pumping is tiring, but you have to push. And I wanted to give up so many times breastfeeding. Like, I feel like it was more for the pumping. I just felt like so much was taken from me. Like, I feel like it's so dramatic. This is a very dramatic answer. So, like, when I say this, imagine, like, me, Milla, like, movie star, Milla crying, like, oh my God. Like, my baby was taken from me, and it was just, like, the milk was just too much. Like, it being taken from me so much, like, I felt like I was draining myself. Like, mentally, that's what I felt like, yo, like, and at that time, I was still kind of, like, I felt like, I don't want to call it PTSD, but maybe it was. Like, I had this, like, I would literally have dreams of, like, them pushing on, like, they were pushing on me to, like, get her out. And I remember asking my mom, like, what are they doing? Like, what are they doing? And she's like, they're trying to get her out, boo. It's okay. They're trying to get her out. But I used to, like, wake up from dreams of, like, like, feeling that feeling. So, like, that pumping was, like, it was too much. So after a while, I was just like, I can't, like, she got gallons out of me. Gallons, y'all. Like, when I say y'all, my mama had me on this every 2 hours, every two hours and 15 minutes, she was like, I'm going to plug it up and you attach yourself. And I'm like, no, I don't feel like it. I want to go do hood rat stuff with my friends. Like, I still had 3 months. Like, I'm not with it. Can I leave? She's like, yeah, but you got to be back to pump. Like, you can go do whatever. Go to the store. You want to go to the store. But if you're not back in 2 hours, you're going to be engorged and it's going to hurt. And I'm just like, Mom, like, you're so dramatic. But if I was gone for longer than 3 hours, my boobs used to be on swole, like, and that was when I was pumping like 8 ounces. So, anyway, moral of the story, thank you for everybody watching. Reach out to your fellow sister, whatever you're going through, somebody else is going to go through, whether it's now, in a couple of years, you could be completely forgetting about it. Like, yo, 10 years ago, I had a premature baby. Your baby, one day, Vincent, your baby going to be 10, 15, and you're going to be telling somebody, helping somebody go through a NICU experience. That's a gift that, to me, it gave to you. She gave that gift to you, that testimony to you, to be able to share it with other people. Like, that's how I look at it. Like, that was a gift Cayenne gave me. I gave up having a beautiful birth experience, and I accepted the testimony that she gave me of being able to share it with other women, of me still being here, despite a doctor not listening to me, despite, you know, my big stone cold attitude going into that doctor's office, and that doctor must have thought, like, oh, she's tough, she's got it. So, you know, everybody just reach out to your fellow lady. I'm in here, like, trying to keep this girl from, she about to be potty trained. You better come get her. Because if I have to put on another diaper because she took it off. Like, listen, I have to keep her onesie snap. Because, like, I don't know, I'm like one of them lazy parents that's like, whatever, free flag it. Like, I don't know, like, you know how, like, people have the do-rags they be flagging the do-rags. Like, I'll be feeling like her onesie, she be flagging with the onesie. I don't know, it's cool to me. Whatever. I just be feeling like she chilling. So she pulled up her whole diaper earlier. And I'm like, so I'm put on the diaper. Mind you, first of all, changing her diaper is a task, period. She runs away. Like, as soon as the diaper is off, whether I've cleaned her poop or not, she's on the move. It's like, spin over and sit down, sit up. Like, I'm at something. I want to get to something. There's no still. So I'm changing her. I put it on. First of all, I had to chase her down to put it on. So then when I get it on, she's like, like trying to get with it. But you know, it's like baby. So it's just like her hand, like general motion, like trying to get it off. Like, girl, I will put you on the pot, honey. Because I'm already tired of changing these diapers, okay? 6 months and I'm already tired. So go and get on the pot, honey. That you in such a rush. You want to crawl, you want to walk. All in the same, from 6 months to 7 months, she want to crawl, she want to walk, and she want to be potty trained. Somebody come get her. The moral of the story, peace, love, and blessings, everybody. Brittany, come get your child. Because she's moving too fast. Yeah. All right. See you later, everybody. Go watch my videos on YouTube if you haven't, if you have to catch up. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. Oh, Wednesday. Let's pick a wild topic, guys. All right, so I'm picking two. Wait, hold on. Let's let Nuna pick one. Pick one, Nuna. Pick one, not the whole box. Okay, she's not gonna do it. Alright, so on Wednesday, we will be talking about... Hold on, Noodle. Wait a second, Noodle. Oh, on Wednesday, we'll be talking about my weight loss journey. Isn't that fun? My weight loss journey. I might have to do that one by itself. Oh, my weight loss journey and the one that got away. So Wednesday, we are talking about my weight loss journey. That would be fun. Okay, so everybody log on to talk about my weight loss journey. And the one that got away. Is it a myth or not? I'm going in. Get ready for Wednesday, 7:15. Me and P. All right. Peace, love, and blessings, everybody. Later.